Hi folks, how you doing? Russell TrueResults303.com. Check out the website, link in the description box, Mind, Body, Spirit, Fitness. Putting the healing back in health. Once again, when you're at that website, click on the free gift button, download the free PDFs on setting goals, nutrition, supplementation. Check us out on Facebook, True Results 303. The podcast is out, True Results 303. Twitter, Google Plus, we're everywhere. Just Google it. Come on, folks. Let's do this, right? Coming at you today with a video on why you should reconsider free college tuition. All right, election's coming up. Supposedly Hillary's won. We all know she hasn't because they don't count super delegates until July 25th at the convention, right? Trump's in there, whatever. This might not apply to this year's election, but I think it's just something that we need to consider. Right? So, I listen to a lot of YouTube videos, podcasts, talk radio, and like I always tell everybody, if we used YouTube for educational purposes instead of what we normally use it for, we'd be in a lot better shape. I'm not gonna lie, I get stuck watching these stupid videos as well. I'm no exception to the rule, but once we start listening and actually using YouTube properly, interviews, conferences and things like that, you're going to learn a lot. And then, of course, just real-world experience. So why should we think about this? Why should we reconsider? And the first thing is, so right now I'm getting to know, kind of dating, a elementary school teacher. And someone that works at her school, I think she said. I'm not going to call out any names on the schools or nothing. But this is a person, this was an exchange student from China. Came here. So first of all, we've got to understand, I think I've mentioned this before, that all these foreign countries, a majority of them already have free tuition. But everybody wants to come here because we all know ours is better. You know what I mean? Or everybody at least wants to come here because they think that. Even though now I've heard a statistic that said a lot of people are, Americans at least, are now going to these other countries because it's free if they go here. And the difference is, though, when these individuals from other countries come here, I don't know the percentages, so you can't quote me on that, but they're getting free tuition. This person that she works with gets free tuition. Right? He's already got his master's. He's going back to get his doctorate because his work visa is about to expire. College is free anyways. He has a girlfriend that he met here that is still in college. So he's just going back to get his doctorate because he's dating someone that's still here. And then I think she said this person was Chinese as well. And then once they both graduate, they're just going back anyways. So they're coming over here getting free education, and then they're heading back out and helping their own country. And we're worried about the cost or whatever, and we're not giving our own people free tuition. So I think that's something we have to reconsider. And first of all, what's going on over there to where all these people are coming here and they know English to begin with. They are already bilingual. Okay? In the past few months, I've made a few friends from Singapore, the Philippines, Belize, Colombia, and all these women and all these people speak English and Spanish. English and whatever Philippine people speak. They are already bilingual versus here in the States, there aren't that many bilingual people. So they already got the advantage over us when it comes into this world market. So unfortunately, they're coming over here, whether it's a lottery, I don't know the whole process, but they're coming over here and already getting free college. So why aren't we doing something to get free college for our own children, or at least bring the price down? And to tell you the truth, I don't think privatizing it is going to do what needs to be done, but something needs to be done, and I think we need to reconsider doing something about it. It's like they say, if you look at the statistics, America spends more money on education than any other country, but yet there are like 20 countries above us when it comes to education, but yet we're spending the most money on it. It doesn't make sense. Why are we spending so much money, but it's not working? Right? So I don't know if Bernie Sanders taxing speculation on Wall Street is the way to go, but we need to figure out something. That's all I can tell you. And once again, it's getting out in the world, getting to know people. I had to go back to landscaping while I'm personal training to make some money. And we have a Cambodian guy that works for us, right? This Cambodian guy don't speak English, but got a Cambodian guy. And I went back to work last week at the beginning of the week, and there was 2 new Cambodian dudes there. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, like, oh, we got 2 more Cambodians. I thought they were his family members. I picked this guy up to work every day when I take him in the morning. I take him to work because he doesn't drive. And so I get to his house. I'm like, where the, I call them Bodians sometimes. Hopefully there's no offense. I'm like, where are the other Bodians, man? He's like, oh, we got to go pick them up. It's like, I thought they were your family. He's like, no, he just met them at the Asian market. So I go up and I pick these guys up, take them to work, and I'm still trying to figure out, like, how did he meet these people then? What's going on? I don't understand. And now, once again, it's word of mouth coming from my fellow co-workers that they're saying they heard from the boss. But these Cambodians, there's 5 of them. There's 2 that work for us, and there must be 3 family members. If not, there's at least 4 of them. And they entered in a drawing to come to the United States for free. This is the story I heard, right? They came to the United States for free because they got in this drawing, and they won this drawing. And they're here for free. These guys don't even speak English, so I would doubt that their parents speak English. I didn't talk to their parents. I just pulled up. They came outside, got in the car. But I would assume if the parents spoke English, the children would speak English. To me, that just makes sense, right? But I guess, then again, it might not. My grandparents on my mom's side are fluent in Spanish, but they didn't teach anyone else Spanish. But that's because, unlike today, they thought it was not proper for their children to learn and speak Spanish, so they didn't teach my aunts and uncles and my mother Spanish, even though now we know bilingual is a great thing. But anyways, so supposedly they came here for free in a lottery. These 2 kids don't speak English, so I would assume they don't speak English. But for somehow, some way, when I pulled up, they live in a duplex. The area that they live in, that duplex has to be at least $200,000. They have a Lexus SUV. That, it's used, but still, they have a Lexus SUV. So if they want a drawing to come here, who's paying for this house? And who's paying for this Lexus that I saw in their driveway? You know what I mean? Because from what I understood, that's their house. Like I said, I didn't go in. Maybe they're living with someone. I don't know. I didn't go in there. I didn't talk to the family. But why are these people coming over here for free? But yet then the government wants to complain about giving our own citizens some form of cheaper education or free education. I think we're all about evolution, right? Political correctness. We need to evolve. Gay marriage, transgender, this and that, and this process of evolution. But yet we've only had free public schools from K through 12 for the last 100 years, but there's no progression. There's no progression. Where are we progressing in education? And I'm a firm believer as well that we need to take control into our own hands. The parents need to be stepping up and stop watching TV and teaching your kids something. I've mentioned this in a video before. I knew a friend who was Indian, from India. His parents were, and then he was born in Canada because they were in Canada at the time. So he was an Indian, but he was Canadian, and then they were living here. And he, in 8th grade, already knew calculus and trigonometry and all that stuff because his father was teaching them that. It was like, after school, we learning. You're not going outside, you're not playing, you're learning. You know what I mean? So that's probably why when he met us, we're crazy, wild American kids, and he's out there getting crazy as well with us. But this is probably one of the smartest men that I knew at that time. And everything that he knew, he already knew in 8th grade, and he was a senior. He's like, yeah, when I came to the States, I knew everything already. I have friends from Florida that are the same way when I was in high school. They're like, we come here and we were already learning this stuff, and we're here in Colorado. My best friend's from Virginia. It's like only two of my real good friends are from Colorado. The rest are from other states. And the ones that are from other states, they come here and they're like, yeah, they were trying to teach us stuff that we had learned like 1 or 2 years ago. So I don't know. But like I said, something needs to happen. We need to reconsider it because it's already happening. They're all coming over here from other countries getting education, and they are heading back home, right? So we need to figure something out, So I understand they're probably coming here because they're getting a super cheap discount, if not free. Which is the same reason why Americans are now going to other countries, because it's already free. So they can roll up in there and get free education. Other countries can come here and get free education. So we need to figure something out. Everyone else is getting free education but us. And if we're too lazy to actually teach our own kids and we'd rather watch Real Housewives, the Kardashians, whatever crap's on this TV, and we don't want to push our kids to be great, we need to figure something out. Sending them to a trade school, doing something. I don't know, but we need to figure something out. And we need to figure it out fast because we are falling behind as Americans. So, I hope that helps. Check us out on Facebook, Google+, the podcast, iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn, SoundCloud, True Results 303. Let's get it. Subscribe to this channel, share and like these videos.